guys, the SR-72 DARKSTAR is coming. You know, I have seen a video of the SR-71 and that was a very fast jet. It flew at a speed of Mach 6, but I think or Mach 5, but now they are making a Mach 6 jet. So it is very fast. I don't know why they are doing it, because they already have so many stealth aircraft, but America never stops. So let's watch this.
And nobody can stop you. That's where the SR-72 comes in, and what it promises is nothing short of revolutionary. But before we go deeper into what makes the SR-72 so extraordinary, here's something you need to know about what's happening right now in the hypersonic arms race. Why Mach 6 matters.
Yeah, why?
Mach 6, let's put that in perspective. At Mach 6, you're traveling at approximately 4,600 miles per hour.
Per hour.
That means you could fly from Washington, D.C. to Moscow in less than 90 minutes.
What?
From California.
From Washington, D.C. From America to Russia in 90 minutes. From California to Japan in half an hour. In hour and a half. That is crazy.
God.
That is too fast. You know, you can just hit a country and then come back and then have your dinner.
I think nothing is faster than this jet. This is
Nothing,
so
no.
fast.
Yeah, and why are they making
California
this?
to Japan in under an hour and a half. The entire continental United States could be crossed in less time than it takes to watch a movie.
Whoa!
But speed isn't just about getting somewhere fast. In modern warfare, speed is survival. Today's most advanced air defense systems, Russia's S-500, China's integrated networks, are designed to track and destroy stealth aircraft. They're getting better at it every year. Stealth technology, which has been America's trump card
India also
since
has
the Gulf War,
S-400.
is becoming less effective. The Chinese and Russians have invested billions in counter-stealth radar systems. But here's what they can't beat: pure, overwhelming speed. At Mach 6, the
Speed is a big
SR-72
advantage.
moves so fast that by the time an enemy radar detects it, calculates a firing solution, and launches a missile, the aircraft is already long gone.
Yeah.
The radar operators literally see where the plane was, not where it is. It's like trying to swat a fly that's moving at the speed of a bullet.
Yeah, you can't do
And
that.
that's just the beginning. The SR-72 isn't just about reconnaissance anymore. Unlike its predecessor, this aircraft is being designed to carry weapons, specifically hypersonic strike weapons. Imagine an aircraft that can penetrate the most heavily defended airspace on Earth, gather intelligence,
Within minutes.
and if needed, deliver a precision strike before the enemy even knows it's there. Before we dive deeper into how this incredible machine actually works, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel.
This is
Over
too
98%
fast.
of viewers watch without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. Now, let's talk about the engineering marvel that makes Mach 6 possible.
Mach 6.
The engine that changes everything. Here's the problem with going hypersonic. Normal jet engines can't do it. Your typical turbojet or turbofan engine, the kind that powers everything from the F-35 to commercial airliners, tops out around Mach 2.2.
Mach 2.
After that, the physics just don't
Even
work
the
anymore.
F-47 is
The
Mach 2.
air compression gets too intense, the temperatures get too high, and the engine simply can't function. On the other end, there's the scramjet, a supersonic combustion ramjet.
Wow, that engine is so big.
Scramjets can operate at hypersonic
What is that?
speeds, but they can't work at low speeds.
Oh my God.
They need to already be
like some
moving at around
weapon.
Mach 4
From
before
aliens.
they even ignite. That's why experimental scramjet vehicles are usually launched from rockets or dropped from other aircraft. So how do you build an aircraft that can take off from a runway like a normal plane
Yeah,
and
how?
then accelerate to Mach 6? You need something that's never been done before. Enter the turbine-based combined cycle engine,
Cycling.
TBCC. This is where Lockheed Martin and their partners at Aerojet Rocketdyne earned their paychecks. The TBCC system combines a conventional turbine engine with a dual-mode scramjet.
Whoa! The
They
force!
share the same inlet and nozzle, but have separate airflow paths. Here's how it works. The aircraft takes off using conventional turbine power,
Normally.
just like any other jet. As it accelerates
thinking
through
about the
supersonic
sound.
speeds and approaches Mach 3, the system begins transitioning.
Oh.
The airflow is gradually redirected from the turbine to the scramjet. By March 4th, the scramjet takes over completely, and the aircraft continues accelerating to Mach 6 and
This
beyond.
is so advanced.
In June 2017,
Like in Top Gun.
Lockheed Martin's Rob Weiss announced that
Weiss,
testing
okay.
was complete on this revolutionary propulsion system. They'd solved the hardest problem in hypersonic flight, the transition between turbine and scramjet power. But the engine is only part of the story.
Shooting
At
star,
Mach
you know,
6,
so
the
fast.
aircraft itself becomes the problem.
Aircraft becomes the problem.
Surviving the inferno. When you
Inferno?
fly at Mach 6, you're not just fighting air resistance, you're fighting physics itself.
Ooh.
At hypersonic speeds, the air molecules can't get out of the way fast enough. They compress against the leading edges of the aircraft, and that compression generates heat. Lots of heat.
Oh.
We're talking temperatures high enough to melt steel.
So then it will
The
melt.
SR-71 dealt with this by using titanium construction.
Oh.
Titanium could handle the heat at Mach 3, and the Blackbird would actually expand by several inches during flight as the metal heated up.
Whoa!
Fuel tanks were designed to leak on the ground because they only sealed properly when the aircraft was hot and the metal had expanded. But titanium can't survive Mach 6 temperatures.
So then
You
what
need
can
something
survive
more
Mach
advanced.
6?
The SR-72 uses carbon-carbon composites, the same
Carbon-carbon.
type of materials used on the Space Shuttle's thermal protection
Carbon
system
square.
and on intercontinental ballistic missiles. These materials can withstand extreme temperatures that would turn conventional metals into puddles. But here's the fascinating part. Lockheed is exploring two different approaches. One option is a cold structure design similar to the Space Shuttle, where heat-resistant tiles protect a cooler inner structure. The other is an advanced titanium structure that's even more heat-resistant than what the SR-71 used. And then there's the fuel system. The SR-72 will likely use JP-7, a special fuel developed specifically for the SR-71.
Man.
JP-7 isn't just fuel. It also acts as a coolant,
What?
going through channels in the aircraft's skin to absorb heat before being burned in the engines. It's so
Oh.
stable that you can't even light it with a match. The SR-71 needed a chemical igniter just to start its engines. Every
That
system
is
on the
crazy because how petrol or how our fuel is normally that you just light a match and it just burns.
Burns, yeah.
But this is such a stable fuel that even if you light a match, it will not burn.
Yeah.
You need some like injector or
amount.
igniter, something like that, and then only it burns. The
Wow.
technology that is being used by America is like next level.
Yeah, but it's safe.
Hmm.
It's very safe.
SR-72
Of course, they won't put
has
their
to be
pilots
designed to
at
operate
risk.
in an environment
Yeah.
that would destroy a normal aircraft in seconds. The radar systems, the sensors, the avionics, everything has to be hardened against temperatures that exceed 1,000 degrees. And despite all these challenges, Lockheed Martin is pulling it off. But there's something else about this aircraft that might surprise you. Unmanned but not uncontrolled.
Unmanned, no person
Here's
will be
where
there.
the SR-72 truly differs from its predecessor. It's unmanned. Now, some people hear unmanned and think drone. But
Yeah.
that's not
yeah.
quite accurate. The SR-72 is being designed as an autonomous aircraft that can conduct missions without a pilot on board. But it's
Ooh.
not remote controlled, like a Predator drone. Why unmanned? 3 reasons. First, humans are the weak link at hypersonic speeds. A
We are
human
the
pilot
weak link.
needs life support, pressurization, ejection systems, and most importantly, they need to survive the G-forces of high-speed
Yeah.
maneuvering. Remove the pilot, and you can push the
Anybody,
aircraft's
yeah.
performance even further. Second, at Mach 6, you're covering a mile every second. Human reaction time simply isn't fast
Can't
enough
match
to
it.
handle
Fast,
emergency
yeah.
situations
You just looked
at
up.
that speed. Advanced
Can't do
computers
that.
can process information and make decisions in milliseconds. Third, and this is the practical reason, if something goes wrong and the aircraft is lost, you haven't lost an irreplaceable trained pilot.
Yes.
These missions will push the envelope of what's possible, and testing any new aircraft involves risk. But here's what makes the SR-72 special. While it's designed to be unmanned, early reports suggested it might be optionally piloted. That means for certain missions,
Sometimes, yeah.
particularly testing or high-value operations, a pilot could potentially fly it. The Air Force isn't confirming this, but it makes sense. American military leadership has always valued having a human in the loop for critical decisions. An autonomous SR-72 with the option for manned missions gives you the best
Yeah,
of
you
both
can do
worlds.
both of the things.
And speaking of missions,
Yeah.
what exactly would the SR-72 do that satellites and other reconnaissance platforms can't? Missions and capabilities. The SR-72 isn't just about going fast and taking pictures. It's about capabilities that don't currently exist anywhere in the world. First, intelligence gathering. Satellites are great, but they have a problem: predictable orbits. Our adversaries know when American reconnaissance satellites will pass overhead, and they can hide sensitive activities.
And with this, they
The
can be unpredictable.
SR-72 can show up anywhere, anytime, with no warning. You can't hide from something that can reach your location within an hour from halfway around the world.
Yeah.
Second, time-sensitive targeting. Modern warfare moves fast. An enemy might set up a missile battery, launch it, and pack up before you can respond. The SR-72 can detect, track, and potentially engage threats in real time across an entire continent.
Oh
Third,
my God.
and this is crucial, hypersonic missile launch platform. Lockheed
Across
Martin
the
has specifically
continent.
mentioned that the SR-72 will carry the high-speed strike weapon. Imagine an aircraft that's already traveling at Mach 6, launching a missile that then accelerates to
Even
even
higher
High
speeds.
speeds. Yeah.
The kinetic energy alone makes it devastating, and there's no
That is too
existing
fast
defense
missile.
system that can stop it. But here's what really matters: deterrence. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union knew that if they detected an SR-71 over their territory, there was nothing they could do about it. They could track it.
The end.
They could try to shoot at it, but it would complete its mission and fly home. That created a psychological advantage, the knowledge that America could see everything and couldn't be stopped. The SR-72 brings that advantage into the 21st century, magnified by even greater speed and strike capability. It tells our adversaries that contested airspace doesn't exist if America decides to enter it. And that brings us to the question everyone wants answered. Is it real?
Oh.
evidence.
Evidence.
It is too
So is
advanced
the
that people are questioning the
SR-72
reality.
real,
Yeah.
or is it just another defense industry pipe dream? Let's look at the evidence. In November 2018, Lockheed Martin officially stated that a prototype was scheduled to fly by 2025.
This year.
Well,
Oh.
we're in 2025 now.
Yes.
And while there's been no public announcement of a flight, that doesn't mean it hasn't happened. Remember, the F-117 stealth fighter flew for years before the public ever knew it existed. In
So it's hidden
2021,
now.
Lockheed opened a massive new facility, Building 648, at the Skunk Works complex in Palmdale, California. This isn't a research lab, it's an advanced
You know, it
production
has no
facility
windows,
designed for
nothing like that.
digital engineering,
Yeah.
So that nobody
additive
could sneak in.
manufacturing, and automation. You don't build a production facility for a concept. Financial disclosures tell another story. Lockheed has reported over $335 million in cost overruns on a classified aeronautics program since 2022.
It might be this.
That's a lot of money for something that doesn't exist. The Skunk Works workforce has more than doubled from 2,500 employees in 2018 to over 5,500 by 2023. Those people are working on something. And then there's what Lockheed isn't saying. When asked directly about the SR-72, company executives don't deny it exists. They use carefully worded phrases like, "We're working on hypersonic technologies," and "the future of reconnaissance."
It
In
is
the
coming
defense
back.
industry,
Yeah.
that's as close to a confirmation as you'll get without classified clearance. But perhaps the most telling evidence? The Top Gun, Maverick connection.
What? A movie?
Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works engineers directly collaborated with the filmmakers to design the DARKSTAR aircraft seen in the movie.
Oh, so they
They
helped
built a
them.
full-scale mock-up. The Chinese military took it seriously enough to reorient spy satellites to photograph it, thinking it might be real. Lockheed even posted on social media that the SR-71 is still the fastest acknowledged crewed air-breathing jet aircraft. Emphasis on acknowledged. That one word speaks volumes. Everything points to the SR-72 being real, being in advanced development, and potentially having already conducted test flights. The question isn't if it exists, it's when the Air Force
When will they
publicly
release it?
acknowledge it.
SR-72 is a jet that if it comes out, then it just makes them more and more, like nobody can touch America now. It looks like, because recently what we have been seeing from China is like they are making those J-10Cs or JF-17, and they also have J-35. So they are making those kind of jets, and that are like fifth generation things. But now we see that even though China can do a lot of those things, but it will still be behind America.
Yeah, I have the similar point of view, because and the thing is, my question is why they are not stopping. They are keep on making the jets, even though they have amazing jets of all the time. And if we talk about this jet is so powerful. I was like so shocked when we heard that the distance it covers in like 90 minutes.
Actually, so what do you guys think about it? Do let us know in the comment section below. So do like, share, and
Subscribe.
bye.